Hello everyone, Jack Small of Animation Station here again for another brand new video, and today we have a great one, as we're already starting off with an advertisement. um, we have a great one today. Today we are going to be looking at Disney and Pixar's brand new fantasy suburban movie, Onward. I saw this yesterday, back to back with Bloodshot on eFlix, and I gotta say right off the bat, I love the film. I gotta say it right off the bat, I love the film. It was very well made, very well directed. The animation's fantastic and all that good stuff. But we have a lot to talk about today. So this is going to be at least a 15 to 20 minute video. But I'm going to try and keep it spoiler free and just talk about the stuff that's either been in trailers, that's already been revealed, or the obvious stuff that isn't spoilers, like animation quality, voice acting, that type of stuff. So, let's start with the thing right off the bat that everyone already knows. The animation's great. Like, the animation is fantastic. I mean, come on, how can we not expect it? This is Pixar. They have really evolved their animation since the first Toy Story, and now it is seamless, it is beautiful, and the world that they've created here is so engaging and new and very amazing looking. And I love Pixar films. There are very rarely any times they screw up because this was a great movie in every single sense, especially animation wise. It's not its biggest strength, mind you, but it's one of its many strengths. Um, so yeah, it's a Pixar movie, so kind of expect great animation. Okay, next up, the plot. The plot is very interesting and new, considering this is a Pixar movie, after all. It's about of how there was this magical land, and this land was filled with magic and all the fantasy stuff, but then over time they lost the magic and domesticated into a modern day suburbia. And it's not like Zootopia, but it's that same kind of thing. And the and I like the idea of how they went from uh, a magical world that Disney has been known to do for a long time now, and they took that and went and flipped it on its head a bit by making it transform into a modern day suburbia. And I think it really works here because you see the transition, you see how it happens, all these new inventions and new stuff, and not everyone can do magic. So I can kind of understand and really. I understand and I get why magic fades away after a while. Um, so yeah, I like that. And then there's the plot of the movie itself. These two brothers, voiced by Tom Holland and Chris Pratt, in other words, Spider-Man and Star-Lord, are uh, it's Ian's 16th birthday, and they're going to celebrate. He's gonna have a party and all that, and he and his brother, after their mom gives them this magical staff of there was their dad's because their dad's been dead for a while, and they try to bring him back to life, and they get halfway there. You only get legs, which I thought would have been the stupidest thing in the world, but it's actually really funny, and it works quite well here. And so the two brothers, Ian and Barley, have to go out on a quest to bring back the rest of Dad so they can still spend some time with him. And it's really honorable sentiment, and I really relate to the story. And I love its themes of brotherhood and grief and dealing with grief. Those are the types of things that Pixar is good at. They are great at bringing emotion. They are great at bringing emotion to pretty much everything that they do. So it does not surprise me at all that this has emotional moments. And I'm gonna say right now, this actually connects with me on a more emotional level than others, but I'm gonna get to that later. Let's talk about the voice cast. We have first Ian and Barley. They're pretty stereotypical characters, but they work out well. Spider-Man, Star-Lord, the banter back and forth is funny. It was funny in Infinity War, and it is funny here. And they also really have this real brotherhood to them that really makes you believe that despite the times they might fight or bicker or whatever, they're still brothers and they love each other. And that's always something that I have always liked because I am the younger of two brothers after all. And the and I really did like these two. Tom Holland's Ian might be my favorite character in all of Pixar. He's so relatable, he's so likable, and I don't really and he's pretty much me. Okay, he is pretty much me if I was a magical elf in animated form. That Ian's pretty much me. And that's why I like him so much, because he's pretty much myself. So not much I can say there. And then Barley, voiced by Chris Pratt, is funny, he's bro-ish, he's bold, he's troublemaker, and he's really funny. Like, the funniest moments in this movie come from Barley and his dialogue, but what I really like is that they don't just show him as a big, clueless musclehead the whole movie. There is actually a scene in this movie where you see Barley, this big, tough guy, get emotional. And it's a very powerful moment that I absolutely loved and almost cried. I almost did, but I did not cry. I cried at the end. I did not cry there. But, yeah, Barley's a good character as well. Then we have Louis Dreyfus, something like that. I forget her name. She plays the mom, and she's a pretty standard mom, but she goes after her kids. There's a part where well, I can say this because this was in the trailer. She wields this big sword and takes off her glasses, and it looks awesome. And she is awesome as well as very humble, very likable, and you really feel the connection she has with her boys and her own grief that she's dealing with because her husband is dead. And that is a grief that all three of them like connect over because all three of them really liked him. Well, except for Ian didn't get to see him because he died before he was born. So Ian has this wonder, and all he has of him is this little videotape, and he listens to that, and that's all he has. And now that he has a chance to bring his dad back, he is more determined than ever before. And I like seeing Ian evolve through the entire movie. I probably just already spoiled a part, but you know what? It's whatever. So, that was really good. Next is Octavia Spencer. I've heard people say that the Manticore is the best part of the movie. I disagree. Ian's the best part of the movie, and the Manticore is third. I like the brothers better than the Manticore. But the Manticore was funny, really well voice acted by Octavia Spencer, and had a lot of really funny moments that I really did enjoy. And then there's the cop character, the mom's boyfriend. He's not the typical mom's boyfriend that they hate just because he's secretly a jerk or something like that. No, they just don't like him because they have such an attachment with the father that's dead, that they don't think anyone could ever replace him, and they're scared of ever letting any other guy into their lives. So, and the cops banter with a lot of the characters is funny. It is very good. It is very well written and very funny. And then there's the quest itself. The quest was awesome. I don't care what the critics say. I thought it was awesome, and I had a great time with it. Because you see all the traditional stuff. You see, like, secret passageways and maps and all kinds of stuff. And then, in the ending of the movie is the best part of the movie. Because it was so surprising and out of nowhere, on top of being emotional, action-packed, and a very good closure to a couple of different character arcs all at once. And it works incredibly well. And now I have to talk a little bit about some of the side characters. Some of the people that are supposed to be in that are in the movie, whether as antagonists or something like that. Aside from the boyfriend, the cops aren't great. They're pretty stereotypical cops, but they have their okay and funny moments. The fairies, the fairy gang. This was in the trailer, and it was in one of the posters, so it's perfectly safe for me to say it. And the fairies weren't great. I kind of understood why they were there, though, to add a fun action scene, which they do, but aside from that, they're not really great. They're like just stereotypical greaser, is what I'm gonna say. A greaser. If you guys know what that is, then you know what I'm talking about. And I also really I like the CG. I already said the animation, excuse me. And like I said, the ending. The best part of the movie, by far. It was really cool. And very unexpected, very emotional. It brings a lot of great closes to a bunch of character arcs all at once, and it just works on every single level. And I was glued to my screen. It's not like Bloodshot, where in the middle of it, I almost fell asleep. This is a movie that had me wide awake on the edge of my bed, watching it on my bed, on Netflix, on my cell phone. I dang near dropped my cell phone a few times because of shock. And I was so enthralled in the entire film, and everything about the film just works for me. And I really think that this is Pixar's best movie to date, without a doubt, in my opinion. And now, and let me tell you why. It's time to get a little emotional. The story and the emotional beats and morals that Pixar and Disney are trying to put out with Onward is something that connects with me on a really deep level. I already talked about the brotherhood, but the part of death and grief and wanting to reconnect with a father, I really relate to that because my dad, I never met my dad. He ditched me when I was born, and I haven't seen him since. And I really just long for a dad. I long for a male, you know what I mean, like my brother. And I really relate to Ian here because he is raised by his older brother and his mom. And that is the exact same way with me. I have been raised by my brother and my mom throughout my entire life. And seeing that in this movie, it hits me in the feels more than probably anybody. And anyone who's lost a family member or lives in this type of situation like me will really have a deep emotional connection with the movie. And there are a lot of parts where they drive that home, and like I said before, the ending. The ending makes the emotional connection even stronger, and that's the part where for the first time, I kid you not, since Big Hero 6, I actually cried in this. I actually cried. I kid you not. I actually cried. And I know that probably makes me unmanly or whatever, but I cried. It's true. I cried at the ending of the movie because it was so happy and so packed with emotion and really hits me in the gut with emotion and relatability and being able to relate to this type of situation. And what the ending represents is amazing. I can't spoil it, but all you guys need to know is the ending is the best part of the movie. Not because it's the end of the movie, because the movie itself is really good. Excellent, I say. But, but it's because it's the best part of the movie for me. Just because. And I love this film. I really do. I am a massive fan of this movie now, to the point where I want to hunt down all the Funko Pops that are coming out, some of the Hot Topic exclusive t-shirts and merch that's coming out, and I'm thinking about dressing up as either Ian. I'm thinking of dressing up as Ian for Halloween, but we'll see. So, it is almost 15 minutes, so I guess that means it's time for the final verdict. I love this movie, if you can't already tell, but it has something special. It means something special to me. It connects with me on a deep emotional level, and as well as that, it's entertaining, it's funny, there's not a single part that's boring, great dialogue, good writing, great storytelling, great world building, and the whole film is excellent. And I am and there are only minor nitpicks that keep me from putting this on the same level as something as, say, Sonic the Hedgehog. They're just little minor nitpicks I'm going to talk about in the spoiler review that I'm going to wait at least a week to put out. So, yeah, but I think Onward deserves a final verdict of a 9.5 out of 10. If it weren't for those little minor nitpicks I'm going to talk about a week from now, this movie would be a 10, easily. And I really still think that it's a movie that deserves all the praise it gets. But despite that, despite me giving it a 9.5 instead of a full 10, I'm still gonna give this the masterpiece stamp, because it is a masterpiece in every way, shape, and form, and it does not deserve to have the worst box office record of all the Pixar movies. It is better than Cars 2, it is better than Toy Story 4, and it is better than all of those movies. I'm sorry, I know, because there are Pixar movies I've given 10 out of 10s in the past. Well, not on this channel, but you know what I mean. But for me, this movie is just amazing, and it hits with me on such a level that no Pixar movie has ever done, not even Toy Story, believe it or not. And just everything about this movie works, and I absolutely love every single second of it. I'm buying all the merch, I'm gonna watch it again, I'm getting it on Blu-ray, and I'm gonna try and get the poster, I'm gonna try and get all that stuff, because Onward to me is another one of those films that is worth collecting merch for, and it is worth supporting, and I highly recommend it. It is a fantastic film. I know I'm going to be alone on this because all the critics are giving it B's and 7s, but to me, since it hits on such a deep emotional level, because of all the great world building, and the fact that this is an old school Disney fantasy film, I have to give it a 9.5 out of 10. I have to. I do not see a point in not giving it that score, because it is amazing, and I love every single second. And I cannot wait to rewatch it again, and again, and again, for years to come. Well, that's it. This is the end of thy's quest to review Onward. I loved the film. Pretty obvious there, but if you're one, but yes, before you say it, spoiler review will be out next week. Okay, I want to wait at least a week before doing that, and I still gotta do the Sonic movie spoiler review, and I got the animated movie discussion video. I'm doing at 2 in the morning, because why not? So, thank you all so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and if you guys have seen Onward, then let me know, what'd you guys think of it? Let me know in the discussion tab if you guys thought it was a good movie, if you like my reviews, and go subscribe to J&C Films if you guys are looking for something a little more mature and a little more off the cuff. I have my Bloodshot review up on that channel right now, so go check it out, and please go subscribe. It's a brand new channel, and also thank you guys for getting this channel to 80 subs. I'm blown away, and I'm gonna say it right now. Thank you. I appreciate every single one of you subscribers. I know sometimes it may seem like I don't, but I do. And the reason that I make these videos in this format, like I've already explained in the Bloodshot review, but I'm going to explain it here too, is because I can't get any of my equipment to properly work yet. I don't have a mic, I don't have camcorders, I don't have any of that stuff. I mean, yes, I have a camera and a computer, but the computer will not transfer the video files that I create to my phone, and the phone is the only place where I have all my editing software, so just thought you guys should know why, and I hope you guys understand, and Yeah, I'm gonna keep doing them in this format for right now, but once I get like mics and all the professional stuff, then it'll start being live action again. But until then, this is how it's gonna be. I'm sorry to disappoint you guys. I know a lot of you don't like this format, but it's all I got. So, yeah, that's the end of the video. Yes, this is so far one of the longer videos that I've done, even though this isn't even a spoiler review. But, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and, and cheer up, because, the Sonic movie spoiler review will be out very soon. I think in about 2 to 3 hours tops, I want to say. But with all seriousness, have a great day. Thank you for watching this video. I'm Jack Small of Animation Station, and until next time... Oh, I almost forgot the slogan. Oh, I'm Jack Small, and don't forget, Animation Station is your one-stop destination. Ah, that sounds so cheesy, but I still like it anyway. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm Jack Small, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace!